And in terms of the Asian markets, let's start with that, right? Given that we saw a bit of a sell-off coming in on the Wall Street, Asian markets today have opened up a big mixed in the trading session. Look at Taiwan index, very flat, 0.04% decline there, while Hang Seng is managing to hold on to mild gains over there. Now, other than that, when you're looking at it in terms of the other indices, ASX 200, that's an Australian index, very flat in terms of opening. Hang Seng, like I mentioned, a very muted start there. Kospi is seeing a sharper decline, down almost 0.5%. So that is what we'll keep an eye out on. Nikkei is holding on to gains on the flip side of around 0.6%. So very mixed opening, an indication that we're getting in from the Asian markets this morning. Nifty implied open, very muted start, just 2-point decline right now. So we'll see where the Indian markets are going to be headed. Yesterday, obviously, so we ended the trading session with cuts of almost 0.25%. Today, whether we see a further decline or we recover from that is key to watch out for. As of now, a muted start for the Indian market. But we have a lot of global market action that's taken place, a lot of cues that have come in from the Indian market as well. And we have a team of research here to set you up for trade, tell you which are the important stocks to watch out for as well. First up, let's go across to Vivek, who's joining us to tell us which are the important market cues to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Vivek.
Well, good morning. Like you mentioned, the kind of sell-off that especially the tech, both software as well as hardware, have seen in the US markets actually drag them quite significantly lower. US markets now have seen a prolonged slump, especially as far as the tech side of the market is concerned. Now, when you're looking at how commodities actually fared last evening, oil prices ended marginally higher, went up by over 1%, now trading near the $64.8 a barrel marker. Now, coming to the Indian markets, especially given the kind of cues that we saw yesterday, we managed to snap a 6-day gaining streak. All of the sectoral indices yesterday actually fell across. And however, there were a couple of listings, amongst them Physics Wala. It was an extremely strong listing, almost a 37, over a 40% pop. In fact, industrials day were largely dominated by large trades that took across some of the names that tracked quite closely. So the first one, of course, was Emphasis, Paytm, Emcor, a few other smaller block deals too happen in the session. What is it that we'll be watching out for today? Well, there is a listing, Tenneco Clean Air. That particular stock would be watched out quite closely. And keep an eye out on KC International. The company has been barred from power grid projects, at least for the next 9 months. That could see a bit of a knee-jerk reaction in the session. Like you pointed out at the start of the show, Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all of them pointing to a subdued start for our own markets today.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Vivek. But let's move on and go across to Upasana, who's here to tell us which are the important stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Good morning, Upasana.
Good morning, Winnie. First up, let me start with TCS. The company has signed a 5-year deal with NHS supply chain to transform healthcare delivery using AI and cloud. Next up is HUL, ice cream spin-off plan effective from 1st of December is what the company has indicated. And it has also declared December 5 as the record date for the share issue in the ratio 1:1. Next up is Infosys. The 18,000 crore buyback is to open on November 20th and closes on November 26th is what the company has indicated. Next up is LTI Mindtree. Company has announced expansion of its global collaboration with Microsoft. Next up is MGL. The company says that the rectification work of GAIL's damaged main gas pipeline has been completed, and the company confirms that the gas supply by GAIL is fully restored and operations are back to normalcy. Next up is KC International. Company has been excluded from participating in tenders of Power Grid and an award of contract for a period of as high as 9 months. Next up is Choice International. The arm acquires 100% stake in Iolisa Consultant and adds nearly about 2,000 crore plus in live orders. Next up is Azad Engineering. The company signs agreement with Pratt & Whitney Canada Corporation for development and manufacturing of aircraft engine components. Next up is GR Infra. On the back of order win, the company gets an order worth 262 crores from Western Railways. And lastly, coming to CAMS, the company has fixed December 5 as the record date for the purpose of share split. So all in all, we'll be closely watching out for all these stocks today.
Okay, Upasana, thank you so much for that. But let's go across to Sudarshan, who's here to finally tell us what we are keeping an eye out on in the world of F&O. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Good morning, Vinny. So it was weekly expiry yesterday, and after that, we have seen that global cues remain weak, and range for Nifty continues to be in the range of 25,700, and on the upside, call writers are very active, first at 26,000, and then next major resistance comes around between 26,300 to 26,500. As far as the flows are concerned, just we have seen a minor buying by FIs in the index futures yesterday. They have bought more than rupees 117 crore, and also they've added longs position of around 400 contracts, reduced short positions of around 72 contracts, but they remain heavily on the short side, and now longs exposure is around 12%. In the options data, the reason I've told you that call writers are very active, look at the 26,000 call options. There the increase in the open interest was of almost 47 lakh shares, and the similar increase in the open interest was seen in 26,500, but at the same time premium for both these options has seen a sharp fall. But on the put side, 26,000 put has seen addition of 24 lakh shares. Here also premium has seen a minor fall, but 25,500 put has seen an addition of 22 lakh shares, and premium for this put option has seen an increase. So now on the downside, first support remains around 25,800, but if Nifty slips below that, the next support comes around 25,500. On the upside, first resistance is 26,000, then 26,100, then the door opens for 26,300 and 26,500. As far as Nifty Bank is concerned, support remains around 58,600 and resistance 59,000. One stock remains in the band, that is SAIL. One stock that has seen fresh longs after a long time is Container Corp, and some of the stocks that have seen fresh shorts, RVNL, Ireda and Piramal Pharma.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. Surely we'll be keeping an eye out on all those names in the world of F&O as well.